Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play HOI4. Calm Before the Storm. Let's continue on from where we last left off. So, we're trying to get our 5-year plan going. We're going to get 1 civilian factory, which is basically garbage. 2 civilian factories, also basically trash. What are we missing? We need a little bit of rubber. We can get that from the Dutch East Indies without too much of a problem. Like, we have so much steel. Like, we're making 935 steel. Why would I care about, we'll put 3 on here. Why would I care about getting like 5 steel from a focus? Like, to me, that just seems like a waste of my time. But that's okay. We can also do the Italian-Soviet pact. We can join the League of Nations. But we can't do that until June. Realpolitik, collective security. If we can make an alliance with like France or Britain, or at least have them agree that there's maybe a little bit of threat going on with the Germans right now. I mean, Hindenburg's still alive, but it's not going to be for long. You know, let's go with the Soviet, with the pact of the Italians. Victor Emmanuel III. I mean, I guess he was technically in charge of Italy. That's not wrong. Yeah, because I mean, is anybody else fascist? I know you two are. Austria is far-right authoritarian, but they're not technically fascist. Okay, get rid of you. No, right now it's just Italy and Germany. Japan will probably join them soon, and as well as a handful of other countries in Europe here. Yeah, who's actually in the Allies as well? It's really just Britain and the colonies. You know what? Go for a little bit more research speed as well. I mean, research speed is always just nice to have. Yeah, so Denmark has all this territory. Iceland is not independent yet. They go independent, I think, during the Second World War. Like, when Denmark is occupied by Germany, I think they clear independence then. But again, that's still years and years and years away from now. We got the 24th Army, Republic of China. Italy signed the Italian-Soviet Pact. The Kingdom of Italy has signed a pact of friendship, neutrality, and non-aggression against between Italy and the Soviet Union. Therefore, our trade relations have improved, and we've opened the door to future military cooperation. And we can't join the League of Nations quite yet. Again, I just don't think we care about this stuff. Like, it's nice, like, the tech boosts aren't bad. But I don't care about it that much. Let's get a military factory going. Yeah, we got a population going up. Consumer goods by 3% is not, like, the best, but could be substantially worse. So we'll see how much of Finland we can actually annex once the Winter War comes around. I mean, if we can take over the entire country, I wouldn't say no to it, right? Because it takes, like, basically one front away from us, because Soviet Union declares war on Finland. Finland, you know, loses the war, but they lose a little bit of territory. But then when Germany invades Soviet Union, Finland declares war on Soviets, which will spread our front line more than we want to, right? Does that make did what I just say made sense? I think so. Either way, we want to kill Finland so they don't try to fight us when Germany fights us in the future. To me, that makes sense. Do we have any information about anybody? Not really. Okay, let's build our spy agency. Be done 120 days, really? Very expensive. Way more expensive than I think it typically is. How long till we have enough rifles? 512 days. That is less than 2 years. We'll have enough guns by the time the war comes around, which is nice. But we might want to get up to like 300 divisions or something crazy like that. Honestly, more rifles. At least 20 factories for right now seems good. 1 more civilian factory. Infrastructure. You're all so garbage. I hate it. Let's go with 1 civilian factory. So what do we need for this? We have 2. I mean, we need to get all of them done. Which is, I mean, how long is that going to take? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I mean, 16 focuses, all slightly more than a month. So it should take about a year and a half to finish it all. If I was to, like, streamline it. And as soon as this is done... I mean, probably once we actually finish all these, we can immediately get started on the third... Has reached its deadline. So if I finish the second year plan early, can I just get immediately started on the third year plan, then eventually the fourth year plan? The fourth 5-year plan? Because this will be done in 38. You'll be done in 43, and then you'll be done in 48. I mean, I don't see this lasting until 1948. Like, the war should hopefully be over by then. Issue passports, I think you're a little bit more stability. Okay, here you go. Give me a 1% more stability is not bad. Research slot, let's go for... You're only slightly ahead of time. Maybe done in 21 days. Okay, so we're gonna have more bonus years here soon, I hope. So I think, well, who do we want to spy on? Of course we want to spy on the Germans, right? Germany is our #1 threat. Germany and Japan. But Japan's going to get bogged down in China for who knows how long. Quite a while, I would imagine. Okay, now that we've done this, you don't come available again until January 1st. Because, yeah, all this stuff up here is basically worthless to me. Let's go 2 more civilian factories. I mean, they're actually 45-day focuses, so it's going to take a little bit more than that. Maybe 2 years at most to completely finish our tree, but 2 years, less than 5. Maybe my math's a little bit wrong there, but I'm pretty sure 2 is less than 5. Someone can check my math for me, that'd be great. So can any of these guys upgrade? You can. Guerrilla fighter, transfer speed. You have infantry expert. You can't... It says they can upgrade, but I think the game's lying to me. Yeah, more attack is nice. More attack. I mean, actually, what's the bonus for you? More entrenchment, more recon bonus when entrenched. I mean, I know that they've changed these numbers slightly. I'm pretty sure the recon was not there before. Okay, after you're done, your motorcycles, you can get our... Nah, we can get our trucks be a little bit better, but I don't think we really want that. What about you? Max speed, fuel usage. It's only a little bit ahead of time. Sounds good. I mean, we should have, like, decent fuel reserve, seeing as we do own Baku and Azerbaijan. We have 157 natural fuel. It's not actually enough to cover everything. Like, if our Navy's very expensive, the Army very expensive as well. The center right has won the Spanish election. So you're now liberal conservatives. And then there's another election in 36, I believe. November 1937? I thought there was an election in 1936, but maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But I think what happens is that the left, like the Popular Front or something like that, wins the Spanish election in 1937. And then the Spanish right causes the Civil War to begin. Which at that point we get involved, right? Because we can have Spain as being an ally in the Second World War. Would be really nice, because if Germany kills France, which they probably will, they would have a front line with Spain, which I would like to exploit if at all possible. I do like how every single guy over here has their own, like... Well, most of them. If you have a focus tree, you have, like, your own unique icon here. No applications probably starting to be approved. The current members will be scrutinized. A little more stability. First, you know what? I don't think we need that right now. We'll hold off on that. Like, equipment manufacturer. We only have one. 150 political power is pretty expensive. Don't really have right now. Better rifles wouldn't hurt. But don't know if that's really what we want right now. You're 2 years ahead of time. You're 1 year ahead of time. Well, what about artillery? 1934? Yeah, okay. We can get you. You're only like 3 days ahead of time, which is not a problem to me in the slightest. Maybe we should also see if there's any United States of its Ron from Nicaragua. Montevideo. What can you do? You have Haiti and the Philippines as puppet states. Army Corps, Inauguration Day, Social Security. You're gonna make a lot of people like you. You can recognize Soviet Union. Anti-espionage, or they want us to pay their debts. I'm gonna say, America, if you try to demand the Tsarist debts, I'm not gonna pay you a single penny. Like, that's just not going to happen. Offensive doctrine for you, and why not some organization? Usually pretty good options, I would say. Do any better aircraft? No, you need aircraft engine 2, which is on its way. Air doctrine, 264 days. It's a little bit expensive, but it's not the worst I've ever seen. So I feel relatively okay taking it. Also, we can get an guy. Let's go with you. The spy in Berlin. Sure, nothing bad could possibly happen. Cryptology department. Yeah, let's go with you. And these usually finish pretty fast, so I'm not too worried. And it's January now. So we've got you guys going. I think it's fine for us to do the 17th Congress of the VKPB. Because that's for you. I mean, 1 civilian factory, infrastructure. I hate how basically garbage all this is. Like, what's one infrastructure we're really going to do in the grand scheme of things? I think basically nothing. So now that you were going to be doing this, why don't we get one more civilian factory? The 17th Congress begins. The 17th Congress of the All-Union Communist Party, the Bolsheviks, begins today to determine the future of the country and the platform of the party. In attendance for nearly 2,000 delegates, representing nearly 2 million party members. The agenda includes a report by the Central Committee, a report by the Central Revision Committee, the Central Control Commission, a report of our delegation to the Comintern, the formal approval of the second year plan, and the revisions of party organization and platform. So we have some decisions, Soviet politics, shadow evacuation. So we're basically moving. We don't need to move these right now. Build a metro, the Moscow Metro. One infrastructure, a little bit more party popularity. I mean, one stability for. No, it's not stability. It's party support. I mean, I think it's still probably worth it. Party platform. Over the last few days, Comrade Stalin, Vladimir Rustak, and Mlensky gave the reports. According to them, everything is going well, except when it is not going well. However, neither our brave Communist Party nor its leaders are the cause of our non-existent setbacks, but the saboteurs, imperialists, and bourgeoisie. The TSRK and the Comintern's activity were approved wholeheartedly. A particular note was revisions to party platform laid out by Comrade Stalin, which was swiftly approved. Okay, keep us internationalist. Be done in 38 days. Congress has not finished quite yet. Party organization. The last few days have been debates about the organization of the party itself. Resolutions were adopted to cut down on bureaucratic inefficiency and establish a more hierarchical organization. It also calls for the end of cadres and a transformation of party organization and committees. It also sees more organizations created to give more control to central committees, thus giving more power to Comrade Stalin. Okay, so you are. Yeah, we need to get rid of these two things as fast as we possibly can. Okay, the 5-year plan. The second 5-year plan has already started and not been formally approved by the Congress. The Congress has thus spent the last few days approving the plan along with its main goals: the elimination of capitalist elements, the technological modernization of the industry, and continued agricultural improvements and electrification. Okay, full political branch now unlocked. As the Congress comes to a close, Comrade Stalin gives a final speech, and he talks about the eternal threats of imperialism and sabotage, and needs for the ever-increasing vigilance. Elections to the Central Committee are also occurred, which a new composition includes up-and-comers like Nikita Khrushchev and Nikolai Yezhov. Okay, so we have more options here. Party has completed. We have 25 days for you left. So what do you are? You are political power plus 30. More stability, more war support. Production efficiency cap goes down by 10%. It's actually pretty bad. The friendship with the peoples. I think that Islam gets a little bit better. So I'll probably go for you. All Unique People's Concert. Redirect nationalism. Communal housing. What do you need? You need this as well. So let's decipher German codes. Be done in 960 days. Very... Okay, it's a while from now, but... Overall, we should, I think, be fine. 441 days. Too expensive for me. What about, like, naval stuff? Debt conversions, torpedoes. We've already got our naval techs going. 95 days. I mean, I'm not going to be using our naval points for anything else really right now, so I think that's okay. Also, I haven't even looked. Is my army... They're generally experienced. Nobody looks like they're green. Like, we could spend some time exercising, but I like, when we're missing 10,000 rifles, I don't think that actually makes sense. Okay, so now that you're done, let's go for... I mean, we don't need the political power right now. But I also don't need the steel right now either. So I guess we'll continue our offensive. Let's build the Moscow Metro. You can improve working conditions. More stability goes up. I mean, wouldn't it be bad for 180 days? I mean, our stability is on the low side. I mean, it's technically above 50%, so we're not taking any penalties. We are getting slight bonuses. But I really don't think that's enough. 1935 planes. A little bit too... I mean, we'll go for 288 days for the fighter. We can try to improve our Air Force as much as we possibly can. So how are things going here? Hindenburg, still alive. Root out resistance. Control trade, diplomatic pressure. Counterintelligence. Okay, and what will be following that? More stability, more war support. And you are political power and more political power gain. Let us... let's go for the collective spirit. We'll get that going first. So again, 3% stability, 3% war support. Not bad. They're, you know, modest little increases, but I guess it makes sense. They can't give you like massive upgrades when you are... When they're basically giving you 3 extra years to get ready for the war. And you're not going to have it for a while. And you're in what, June? June 4th? So France, like, what can you guys do? You can reform La Tot. Some reforms. Elect a new president, women's suffrage. You guys are doing a nice little museum. What about Japan? Like, what are you guys doing over here? Don't know what China is up to. For the fatherland. I think this actually maybe changes depending on what type of government type you are. But I guess kind of makes sense. Okay, so we've got better artillery. You are now finished as well. Let's... I mean, like, here's the thing. Like, this all sucks. I know we need to get it eventually. But it's all so just terrible. Do we have any anti-tanks? No, we don't. So upgrading them doesn't make a lot of sense. Upgrade artillery to be a little bit better for us. And follow that up with... Special forces. Your tanks, better engines. Let's go with a 1934 heavy tank. So you can make some light tanks, some heavy tanks. Having a very armored core to our army, I mean, it makes sense, I think. What about Danzig? They are far right authoritarian. You guys are authoritarian. Just regular authoritarian, far right. Estonia, they've got their own little symbol. So actually, it really does give you like a lot of information about a lot of people. Like, why does Estonia have their own thing? I find that very funny. Estonia gets their own symbol, but like some of these other countries don't. Because is it unique to every country? Yeah, I mean most countries, if they have a unique symbol that has a unique text description, which I think is nice. Let's go like 25 factories here, because again we're still trying to deal with this situation. We are about a little bit more than 3 months behind where we need to be. Okay, now that we're done with this, let's go for friendship to peoples. And you're going to give us a little bit more stability, a little bit more war support, a little bit of political power loss, but that's not it's not the worst in the world. But I think, because I have to leave for work in about 15 minutes, that it's going to be a good time for us to end this episode here. So thanks everybody for watching. As I answer, if you enjoyed, my thumbs up. Not enjoyed, click some down. You want to support, subscribe, and goodbye.